Happy Tuesday. So you know how I used notes yesterday? Not today. Today's scripture is from the YouVersion Bible app. You guessed it. It is 1 Corinthians 1:18, and it says, "The message of the cross is foolish to those who are headed for destruction, but we who are being saved know it's the very power of God." And this is one of those, there's just nothing left to say. I mean, it's pretty black and white. You either believe the message of the cross or you don't. And if you do, you obviously realize that there's power behind it, or you wouldn't believe it. So yesterday, I totally missed the opportunity to do an April Fool's because I have been so tired. I'm just waiting for my little energy kick. I'm waiting to get right back into the swing of things. And in this tiredness, I am just trying to give myself grace and balance it out with motivation and pushing myself, but then in the same time, like, not pushing myself too far and giving myself rest, and it's a journey. I don't really know what's going to come out of this. My big things right now are, I don't know if I talked about it already, but I've been doing a study with my church called Mom-Sanity, and one of the big principles is you are enough. So I've just been reminding myself that, and it talks a lot about in our weakness, God is made strong. And that's a scripture I've always struggled with because I don't know if it's just my flesh fighting the weakness part, but I never liked it. I struggle with almost everything that Paul says. I joke that, I don't know if this is blasphemous, I guess it's not, 'cause it's not God, but I joke that if I met Paul, we probably wouldn't get along in real life. I just feel like his personality was kind of abrasive, or maybe it's my imagination just pouring stuff in between the words, but I struggle with that. So I'm just now starting to kind of learn that whole in my weakness, God is made strong, because I feel like this is a really hard concept to grasp, but once you do, it's really simple. I feel like the secret to that has been when you acknowledge that you can't do it on your own, that you're just not enough, even though I keep saying, I am enough. I am enough to accomplish what I can accomplish, and then the rest is for God. And so I struggle with being proud of any of my accomplishments or anything that I am or anything that God has made me. I realized today that Him being strong in my weakness means that I can be proud of what God accomplishes through me, that I don't feel like I have to take that credit, and I don't have to push myself to pretend like I think I'm something more than I am. I don't know if this is making any sense to you guys, but it does up here in this chaos. But I guess what I'm trying to say is our weakness isn't our failures. I think I've always associated that scripture where in my weakness, oh, my failures. I don't know, there was just this confusion there of how does this fit together? It kind of like in my lack of accomplishment, like what is this? But I think that where the scripture is going is in your lack, where you just can't, where there's just nothing that you can do. In those situations where you've put everything in and you're like, nothing's working, I can't fix this. That's our weakness, and that's where God is made strong. So I've just come to a place of acceptance that, my weakness is not my failures. My weakness is just where I can't go anymore, and that's where God meets me. That is where my strength is drawn from. He is strong in my weakness. And so just knowing that and holding that in my balance of, okay, I'm to a point where I'm too tired to go on. It's okay for me to rest and not feel guilty about resting and being proud of all the things that God does through me. But then in that balance, reminding myself of the Proverbs 31 woman and just continuing to power through what I can power through. So like I said in the past, I think that life is a balance. I don't think there is any one way. I don't think we can push ourselves all the time because that's in our own power. And so I guess I am learning this in stages. God is giving me the balance that I so desire in life. He's like, okay, here's your first step, go, 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 rah, 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 you got this. And then He's balancing it with, okay, now you are weak. This is what happens when you have too much rah, 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 and it's time for rest, rest, rest. And being okay with that and not having guilt and shame associated with that. So anyways, guys, I hope y'all are having a wonderful week. I hope you had a fun April Fool's Day. I had no pranks pulled on me, and I pulled no pranks. I think this is actually my first year I didn't even attempt a prank. Am I growing up? I don't know. Is this what adulting looks like? I hope not. I hope next year has a couple of fun little pranks. Anyways, happy late April Fool's Day. I hope you enjoy the background. We are now ready for Easter and I am ready for bed. So I am going to leave this video here, go edit, get it up for you guys tomorrow.